we want to invite Mr. S.V. Oluwadare to talk about the skill and attitude of effective communication. You're welcome, sir. I'll collect your shirt after.
My shirt? So there is someone who can like my shirt. That's lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, still standing also on the assistant protocol. Let's go quickly to the business so that there could be time to interact properly. Have I communicated? Oh, good. So if I step down now, I've done something. The skill and attitude of effective communication. For you to actually tell someone you have skill or you have knowledge, you must be able to communicate. And communication is just the process of transferring your feelings, your thoughts to the other person, or from a system to another system, in such a way that that system will understand it and therefore we give a feedback that is correct or that is appropriate. So I will give you some specific instances where I have seen thoughts being well understood and thoughts being misunderstood, so that you take note of it. We have observed that at this age of technology, the short forms of interactions in social media had actually spoiled our use of English. But please don't take it to formal setting. Like the instance that the moderator gave the other time. Whoever you are in the informal setting, please don't bring it to the formal. When you are in a formal setting, you are expected to communicate with the correct attitude. That is when that knowledge, that skill will not be misinterpreted. For instance, you are loaded with knowledge, with skill, and you want to display it in a formal setting, let's say at an interview. And you get there, you begin to say, come on, don't you know? Can't you see? You're asking, or even you're a teacher, and you now come for an interview to get a job as a teacher, and you get there and you're using the mannerism of, do you get it? You're telling a professor who is asking you a question, do you get it? It's an error. It's an aberration. And you know, mannerism came to be when we eventually have, like we were taught in psycholinguistics. Sorry, I had my first degree in English language and literature. When your tongue is faster than your brain, then you have mannerism. That is, the tongue wants to speak, but the brain has not produced the exact words. That is when you see or you want to help yourself. You say it's not good. Then you say, you know, do you get it? Do you understand? Are you following? All such terrible mannerism, which we even bring to the pulpit and begin to say hallelujah 100 times when we're teaching. It's because your brain is slower than your tongue. Just check it out. And sometimes you jump, then you have slip of tongue. All these are errors and aberrations when you're communicating. Because if you do that to me, I begin to mark you down. I started marking WAEC as a copper. Then I had some experience, which I will now show you. Be focused, or let me say, be subject focused when you are communicating. What do you want to achieve? For instance, I want to provoke you to go and fight. My choice of words must be able to do that. Or I want to appease you so that you don't fight. My choice of words must do that. Look at this question in one of the WAEC exams. It said, your sister is about to get married to someone from another tribe, and your mom is against it. Write a letter to her giving reasons why she should allow your sister to get married to that person. And somebody starts her own letter and said, Mom, hope you are not out of your mind asking my sister not to marry. She has failed from the beginning. If you were the mother, will you say, yeah, you are right, correcting me. No. You likely say, yeah, I'm out of my mind. And you too, you are out of, and I will prove to you in this house that all of us are out of our mind. Is it not? But somebody started an essay. One little boy, I won't mention the school, is somewhere in Benin City that I marked that time. Started the essay, said, Mom, remember, you are not from the same tribe with my dad, and you have never complained that your marriage is not working. That's enough to make the mother say, wow, she will marry that man. Communication. The skill inside that communication has been buttressed by the attitude in which it was passed across. Now let's go to other means of communication. It could be electronic. For instance, somebody pick a phone. I call you, you pick the phone, and I decide to keep quiet. And the next thing is, hey, you are the one who called me. Will you speak or you bank the phone? You don't have phone manner. It's an error. Wait to hear the person from the other side. Then when this one come around, I'm very sorry to use this instance, it was our former vice chancellor that did that. And the person on the other side, the vice chancellor came down to that person's office and said, I called just now and you said this. He said, sir, I didn't know you were the one. He said, no, you don't need to know who. But that's a bad manner, okay? The person was jittering. It's a bad manner. You don't know what the person wants to say. Listen. Then finally, let me put this one across to you. There's this thing we call the, sorry to drop the big word here, we call it perlocutionary act in speech making. That is the socio-cultural relationship of the people speaking. Please be mindful of it. For instance now, if my boss in the office, yes, let me use my boss in the office. Please don't misunderstand me. If my boss in the office should say, Mr. Oluwadare, you will not be promoted this year. And that's fine now. I can tell my colleague, can you mind the ostrich telling me I won't be promoted this year? I've called her ostrich. Alright? Then I get home, tell my wife, the stupid Iya Rainbow said I won't be promoted this year. I'm still referring to the same person, right? Now I want to report back officially so that I could plead to maybe a senior boss, a more senior boss. Sir, my boss said I won't be promoted this year. Do you know I've said the same thing to 3 different people inside 3 different socio-cultural environments. The relationship between me and my wife can determine the choice of words, which is different from the relationship between me and the senior boss. The relationship between you and other speakers, we call the 2 of you or the number of you interlocutors. The socio-cultural relationship can give birth to choice of words. Please learn to select your words correctly in a way that will bring in both attitude and skill and knowledge together, that you will achieve the goal that you want to achieve. Finally, I will give you this. Ability to communicate your points. Get your facts ready and sure before you communicate, or else you put yourself in trouble. You can answer a question in an interview and they pick answer to that question and you're in trouble. Something happened when I was teaching. I happened to teach in a school. That's a good prompt. For 5 years, teaching English literature. Then one day, something happened. Or 2 more minutes, that's good. The area education officer summoned the private schools to a meeting. Meanwhile, she had told them that she wanted to deal with my school because I was not following the government curriculum. Then we went to the meeting. Then at the meeting said, we have discovered that some of you are not this. She said a lot of things. Then I said, madam, she said, good, I know you will talk. It's because of you we called this meeting. My principal actually sent me there to go and face them. Then I said, madam, in my school, we can't follow that curriculum. He said, I know you will say that. And that is because of you with this. I said, listen, man, bring out your curriculum. And I brought a copy out. You asked me in this curriculum to teach prose. You know, literature is subdivided into 3. The drama, the poetry, the prose. To teach prose only in SS3 third time. I said, madam, we don't have SS3 third term. Yeah. WAEC starts in April. Third term starts in April. He said, so if I had waited till third term, my student would fail. I said, He said, let's check it together. And we checked it. That week, she went to withdraw her child from her school, brought him to my school. He's a practicing lawyer now, the boy, Toyosi. And came to my office and said, sir, for you to be able to convince me at that meeting, I know you know what you are doing. Please train this boy. What am I saying? Prepare your points before you go speak, before you go talk, before you go into writing. So that all these put together, we make the goal of that writing or that speech actually achieved. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.